Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here with the boy Kayvon, of course.
Oh,
I see the
yawn. You caught me at a bad time.
the patented 5 a.m. intro. I like it. I like it.
Yeah, you know me.
I do, bro. I do know you. But anyway, we are here for another Dokkan Battle news video, and today we're going to be talking about JP's latest data download. There was.
Why am I here?
Why are you
I
here?
don't need to talk about JP.
Whoa. Oh, okay. All right, but listen, bro, don't you care about knowing what's going to come to global, though? My interest is peaked.
Now you're speaking my language.
Isn't that why any global player keeps up with JP news?
Wait, people keep up with JP news?
All right, moving on.
To me.
But guess what? I do have some global news actually for you before we get into the daily download. That's right, bro. You got some top grossing. Thank you.
Only 7 stones. Wow. Global shaft, bro.
Listen, I know you're playing a character, but don't be that guy.
On JP, they got 30 when the Blue Boys came out. Global shaft.
Did they?
I mean, JP usually gets either 30 or 100.
I don't remember getting any for the blue. I'm probably too tired.
You're probably a smooth boy.
I am. You're right.
I
just took a shower.
Quiet, actually.
But yeah, so it was just 7 stones basically. Luxembourg came through.
Nice.
Yeah, nice to get
nothing too bad.
Indeed. We also now have the actual JP download. So let's take a look at what we got in here. There was actually quite a bit of interesting things. A lot of this, by the way, is going to be speculative in terms of what the information that we have means. There's also a lot of updates to like code and that kind of stuff, so we will also be taking a look at that. As you can see, we have a few tabs up here, but before we get into all that, obviously new cards, literally just the boys, and oh, that is a terrifying image, but the stickers for the blue boys, because obviously they just got an easy A. Now, as you can see here, we did have a bunch of the sprites get updated in this update. Of course, this being Jiren's full power sprites when he has the uniform. That's a good one. That has meme potential right there. Obviously, his full power full power. What do you call this form?
I think it's just like a base Jiren, but he has like energy or whatever.
The aura, interesting. But obviously base Jiren here. We also, of course, have actual full power Jiren, where he's dummy thick. Also, these assets look very nice and also pretty funny. And then also...
Bro, he's doing the whip.
He is. That's true. And also, Super Saiyan 4 Gohan's assets were updated. So, unfortunately...
Did they fix its super attack yet?
What do you mean?
Have you seen how mad pixelated it is?
Oh, yeah, it is pretty blurry. I do not think so, unfortunately. Nonetheless, though, yeah, these assets obviously pertain to sprites when characters are duking it out with each other. Sometimes it's hard to know what the updated sprites mean in terms of what's coming up for the game. Sometimes it could just be a simple sprite update, which is what seems to be the case with the Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, that they were just updating some of the sprites, you know, possibly making them higher quality images, you know, adding a couple of extra things, so on and so forth. But it is a little bit odd when it comes to things like this, because obviously Jiren is not relevant to anything that is currently going on in Dokkan right now. So possibly a hint to something related to the anniversary. Who knows?
I'm calling it now. 6th year. Super Saiyan 4 Gohan Jiren Dual Dokkan Fest.
Bro, that's crazy. By the way, if you are curious, here's the differences between the two. This is the JP one, and this is the global one. I know what you're thinking. Exactly what Kenji asked. What's the difference? Basically, they added more sprites to the final sheet on the JP one. So... yeah, interesting. We'll have to see, because as you can see, right, 5 only has 3 sprites there, and now it has 6.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see what they end up doing with that. Of course, unfortunately, at the moment, there is really no way to know, but figured I would just throw it out there anyway, because I know people are talking about that a little bit. Now, here is where we get into some of the juicy details of what we're going to be taking a look at here today. As you can see, we do have some very interesting looking titles, but they don't have much substance at the moment, unfortunately. So let's talk about this first. The Bandai Namco ID details. Essentially, what this is that this image is a placeholder image for when you connect your account with a Bandai Namco ID, because apparently, you know how like you could connect it through Facebook and Google and all of that sort of stuff before? Well,
Yeah.
now your very own Bandai Namco ID can be used to back up your Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle account.
Wow.
They have it. ID. But this, I don't know if it'll actually come to global. Not like it matters anyway, because it's literally just another way to link your account. But the Bandai Namco ID isn't really... I think that maybe some global games use it. I'm not absolutely positive on that, but regardless of the case on that, it is 100% a lot more of a popular option for JP in terms of backing up your actual account and linking your account and stuff like that. So that's what that is for. Here is where things get interesting. This, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if Mark talks about it later. Card metamorphic labels, I got no idea, bro. Genuinely?
I see.
No clue. Because the thing is, I have posted card quote-unquote transformation labels before, but those were labeled as such. These were labeled as this. They have never been labeled this way before, at least to my memory, and as long as I've been data mining. So, kind of interesting. Obviously, if somebody wants to translate these, or if they have been translated, you can leave that in the comments. Garesh has not translated or anything like that so far, so... Unfortunately, these will remain a mystery for a little while until we see what they actually are. But this is what everybody is talking about, and we actually do have a little bit more information on this from the homie Mark later on. As you can see, we have something called costume label that is in the files. Of course, this sort of implies that Dokkan cards will potentially be getting costumes.
Interesting.
How do you feel about that?
As long as they keep it a free-to-play sort of thing, I'm fine. If they try and
Because Grand Cross,
monetize that and make it matter, I'm gonna... If the Grand Cross PTSD is hitting hard. Man.
I got you, I got you.
Oh, no. No.
It'll be interesting to see what they do with this. I wonder if this is going to be like the sprites or the actual card art or what this could be.
Probably.
Yeah, I really don't know. Like, it just, in my mind, I don't know how they could implement costumes. Like, unless it's a special unit or something like that. Like, unless it's like an OC or a Goku that is like exclusive to Dokkan and hasn't had that outfit in every other game.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see what becomes of this. A lot of people are speculating that this is not only going to be something for Gohan, but this is also going to be something for the 6th-year anniversary. That would kind of make sense because typically...
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, when this maintenance happens every year, the early December maintenance, we get something related to 6th-year anniversary as a part of this maintenance. So it would make sense if that was the case, but at the moment, we genuinely have no idea. Again, we will get a tiny bit more information on it later. Of course, Int Gogeta was released. He will actually be coming out in, what, like 2 days?
Tomorrow.
Or no, tomorrow. Yeah, 24 hours. I forgot about that. Or like 22, I think, at this point, something like that. But if you'd like to check out those assets, they are here. The boy's title. I forgot how cool this cut-in is. Because it's funny, right? He's smiling in the actual art, but with the cut-in, it looks more menacing.
It does, yeah.
Interesting. I like it, though. I like it. Obviously,
cool.
his EZA medals, if you want to check those out as well. I always love posting these, too, because everybody's like, bro, is it really necessary to post all these? And I'm like, yes, that's what's in the game for all of these. Me and the boys, bro. Beating up Janemba.
Yeah, me and the boys being better than STR Gogeta.
Exactly, bro. For real, for real. Anyhow, though, besides all of that, obviously, this was a super exciting edition. We covered this in a news video earlier this week. This was the Dokkan Fest Character Summon animation. And I gotta say, this render is mad clean. Holy cow.
It looks very nice.
Yeah, super nice. And then we have...
Oh no.
For some context, by the way, this particular image is the image that's going to show up in the corner of your unit when you actually summon it. So that's why it's so small, because it doesn't need to be any bigger, because it's, well, going to be in the corner of your unit, and that's obviously super tiny. So
Interesting.
yeah, that's why it's super small. Obviously, this is going to be on the screen when you actually, like, summon the character, right? Kind of surprising that it's not actually, like, an explosion animation. We'll have to see how it looks in, like, an actual animation. I don't know if this is technically live now, because obviously the thing is, what kind of stinks is that this has been the case when they've updated summon animations the last couple of times. There hasn't been like a brand new banner to accompany them, and it's only banners that have been out for a little bit, so like no one really wants to summon to see the new animation. And then everybody goes crazy about it the next time that a new banner comes out. So that I'm sure will pop up. And it looks like as well that the LR effect actually did get updated as well, around the character.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks cool. Oh,
Yeah.
it's rainbow
As
now.
you
That's
can see.
cool.
That is what
That
it
looks
looks
a
like.
lot better, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like that a lot. I think I like that one a lot.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like rainbow.
I definitely liked it a lot. Shout out to the boy, by the way, who commented that there. Anyway, though, we did get a update to the worldwide mission button. I did check. This specific sheet is what got updated. There was just some things added and some things removed. Nothing too big, though, but we will see it later that we did actually get an update that we're going to be getting more worldwide missions coming up here in Dokkan. This was also something very interesting. Did it not? Oh, no, I did this incorrectly. Well, I'm going to have to correct the mega thread before we post this video. It's okay. I'll just, here, I'll finagle my way for the sake of the video. So anyway, basically, what? Oh, improv. Yeah.
Improv.
I thought you said bruv. I was like, are we British now?
Bruv.
Bruv.
That
So
is not a British accent. Oh well.
yeah, we are not good at it. Anyway, though, as you can see, we did have a map update. Lots of clean assets here. Of course, this looks to be Planet Namek here. This was labeled as Area 50 in the actual files. I will say, I would take that with a grain of salt, and I wouldn't say that that is a complete indicator that that is a potential, hint at new story content for Dokkan. Only because Dokkan labels their files really good sometimes, and sometimes they're labeled awful. Like, they make no sense. Like, SSBK's, some of their active skill audio files were labeled as Vegito.
Yeah.
I don't know. So I would take it with a grain of salt. It also could just be that because the file is technically 050, which obviously in any number convention normally would represent 50, because if there's a 0 before a number, it means that, it's just the number, and if there's a 0 after a digit, then obviously that usually means that it's a 50, 20, 30, whatever. But maybe Dokkan's just stupid and they're translating that as 5.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. But either way, though, it by any normal human standards, it reads as Area 50. So that's that. If you want to see what actually got updated, we have the boy Proton here. Shading updated to Area 50. Objects highlighted to make it noticeable. Basically, he talks about that they updated the shading and highlighted the shading on what got changed compared to the original. Very interesting, though. Yeah, by the way, shout out to the boy Proton. He is another not as well-known data miner. Definitely go follow him in the comment section below. Wow. Well, I mean, if he comments on the video, I guess, but in the description below. Of course, everything that I'm going to be talking about here will be linked in the description below, as well as Hydros and Mark we're going to talk about in a second. And of course, my mega thread will be fixed by the time that we actually post this video. But final thing that we had, which I goofed up on the actual link for, so again, I'll fix that in a second, is that this was something very, very interesting that got added. We have mission medals added to JP. I'm going to be honest with you, Chief. I got no idea what these do. Haven't a clue. Any ideas? Any speculation, my friend?
I got nothing.
Yeah. I really don't know. Obviously, these imply some sort of like first, second, and third place type of thing. We do
Yeah.
have bigger ones, and then obviously these ones
Oh,
are
boy.
meant to be shown really small. That's why they look super crusty,
Yeah.
all expanded like that. Look, I even commented to this guy. Gonna be honest with you, Chief, I got no idea. So it'll be interesting to see what comes of these. Like, does this mean that you got all of the rewards and like it's first, second, third place? Does this imply that there's going to be some sort of battle sort of thing? You know, no
Maybe
real
some
way
sort of
to know.
ranking, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe,
some sort of ranking.
could it be a prelude to a world tournament update?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. This was in the APK, by the way, which I know to most of you probably doesn't mean much, but essentially, most of the files from Dokkan come from the actual data downloads and then are downloaded into your phone. But whenever something is added to the APK update, that means like the actual base application itself. So that implies that, of course, this will be something that is a little bit more integral to the game. So interesting. We'll have to integral in terms of like file usage. So we'll have to see what becomes of that. It will be very interesting. Now, final thing before we hop on out of here. Yeah, we have the homie Mark. As you can see, this guy, by the way, is another, well, I don't want to say lesser known data miner because he has like 1K, but he does some fantastic work. He is somebody who has access to a lot of the, I don't know, well, you can see on the screen to any normal, you know, person. This is like, what am I actually looking at here? But as you can see, the homie Mark said to say hi to Safety Net because it's trying to detect cheats. This is a Bandai Namco ID linking process, so Safety Net is about to hit, basically. Again, to any normal player, this won't really mean anything. So, there you go. This, though, is where things get actually exciting, and we're going to have to sort of interpret this information. Basically, there are 4 different types of missions now, as you can see. Private missions, personal missions, co-op missions, which, you know, we kind of know what that is, match mission, confrontation mission, which kind of sounds like that, you know, you're like, maybe that's like the global versus JP, you know, when we do that kind of stuff.
Maybe.
Team mission, I got nothing, bro. I assume that's like when you...
When Global and JP work together?
But that would be co-op. I don't really know.
That's kind of redundant at that point, yeah.
Well, maybe it's for like when you do, when it's like the Team JP versus Team Global. Maybe it's just added as a separate thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, interesting. Again, the homie Mark doesn't really give any extra information here about this, but my man is correct. I don't know, but this reads hype AF. Same character stack. Character stack reset, character stack max, character stack selected num label number of selections. So, again, hard to really interpret what this kind of information means. Even Mark doesn't really understand himself. What this looks like to me, though, is that the game has some way of telling you when a character has hit the maximum of how high they can stack. And it looks like that there's some sort of thing where you could reset stacking? I don't know. Again, interpret this information how you will, dear viewer. There is no real way to know until we get more information on this sort of thing. And then you can also see, right, character stack selected number label number of selections. Again, no real way to know. All right, moving on. Just to clarify the safety net stuff, if just a guess from me, since they're implementing their own linking method, otherwise the detect cheat has been there since a couple versions ago, which is true, because obviously when safety net got implemented, the detect cheat thing has been there for a while. So this is also something that everybody has been talking about right now, and also something that people are kind of thinking that is alluding to the 6th-year anniversary. New type of skills, revival skills, a la active skills, can be revived if conditions are met. Dialogue Scouter revival skill title. Can be revived if conditions are met. So, This sort of implies, well, okay, by the way, before I say what it implies, it is also, apparently, I don't know where this information necessarily comes from, but I have heard everybody saying that this is not an active skill. It is something different. So this is not an active skill mechanic. It is separate than that.
Interesting, I see.
I'm going to assume that, funny enough, someone is commenting Cell here. It sort of works like Cell in Dragon Ball Legends. If you're familiar with Red Cell, basically when he completely loses his HP, he comes back as Super Perfect Cell because he was originally Perfect Cell. So I don't know how that's going to work for Dokkan because obviously with Legends, each character has their own individual HP bar. And of course, in Dokkan, your HP bar is your entire team's HP. So I don't know if that means that, like, if you lose, you get a free revive, or if, you know, you get to a certain HP, you revive, and it's just a different kind of transformation sort of meme, or maybe. If, I don't know. No idea.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Very interesting, though. It will be very interesting.
This might be more so...
yeah, go ahead. No, you're good.
I feel like it might more so be for UI than people are saying it's going to be for Gohan.
Uh-huh.
Because, for one, these are like more so leaning towards 6th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think they'd create a whole new like mechanic for just a regular LR even for Christmas.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they could be like teasing it, you know, to get people hyped for 6th Annie. But you're right, though. That would be a little bit weird.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's my only thing.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right, though. Again, there's no real way to know anything. This is literally basically all the information that we have on this. Mark also gives his thoughts. My tinfoil crazy conspiracy, LR 6th anniversary could be Goku. That if he goes Shine, the super attack becomes UI. Don't quote me, just dropping a wild guess. That would make sense, though, obviously, considering that Goku is taken out by his own spirit bomb. When, you know, Jiren pushes it back and then he achieves UI that way. I don't know. Again, no real way to know at this point. Here is another thing with the more joint campaign team missions. Google Translate Edition. Yay!
Oh, boy.
So again,
that's fun.
Oh yeah, bro. This is kind of hard to decipher as well. Obviously, this is also a lot to look at. Joint campaign, cooperation, mission rewards, except subtle. Let's see. So we're looking for team mission, right? Team mission ranking. Okay. So team mission ranking title. Team mission number of members. Does that imply like a clan sort of thing?
Oh,
interesting. Team mission challenging to details blank. Title, team rewards, ranking rewards. So maybe there's individual rewards and team rewards. Remarks, rank equals 0. Ranking awards tier 0 to 1. Interesting. Accept substitute. Accept text. So as you can see, basically what this seems to be, challenge details. Okay. All right. Reward, result, congratulations, got the following rewards. This seems to imply some sort of missions where you team up with other people to complete them. And you get ranked based on some factor.
Interesting.
I do wonder, does that relate to these? Possibly.
Possibly.
Because if there's a ranking system, that would only make sense.
I could see it, yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, again, it's hard to really know. Oh yeah, this is the small logo. It's hard to really know. Oh yeah, so this was also something that Mark didn't recognize. I did not fact check this one. I don't recognize this label at all. Label passive skill buildup. That also kind of does sound like the whole stacking thing that I was talking about before. But obviously Mark did note these as well. I did fact check these, by the way, as you can see in the comment here. Chi-Chi has been in the files. Apparently, I don't know when she got added because I don't check the APK files typically because they don't get updated as often and I have to actually extract them rather than the program that I have that just does it for me. But this Chi-Chi has apparently been in there since the last APK update, so it isn't new, but obviously, like I said, these are brand new. Also, Mark's guess on this. My guess on this, maybe if you have a lot of the same character, they'll stack on just one thumb. Like for Elder Kai / Dozing Kai, Funky Kai's. Interesting.
Oh, that would be great.
Oh, so like how I have like 9 Xeno Gokus. They'll all stack.
That would be actually really good. I would like that.
Interesting.
As long as they make it so that you could see the number easy.
Yeah.
That would be very nice, though.
That would also make a lot more sense than changing how actual stacking works.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
That makes this information make a little bit more sense, at least to me.
Interesting. Yeah, you could have a max stack, probably like maybe like 5 of a unit could be a max stack.
I don't know.
That'd be cool. I like that idea.
Definitely. This was also something else interesting. I know that this is a little bit hard to understand. How do I explain this in layman's terms? Basically, this is just card information in a format that a developer could input the information. Is what this program is. I've used it before. I don't typically use it because for what I usually post with Dokkan, I don't really need to. But as you can see here, we have card ID, right? Card costume ID, description, conditions, counter script. Don't think that that means like card counter. That's something different. Revive effect, though, that does sort of connect back to what we've been talking about here.
Yeah.
Created at and updated. Interesting. So again, no real way to know if that this is for Gohan or if this was something 6-year anniversary related.
Guess only time will tell.
Yeah, we will definitely have to see on that. Oh yeah, 100%. By the way, this is the only other thing that I wanted to cover. As you can see, it seems that the mission tab is bugged right now. Kayvon, you also confirmed this earlier because you were playing JP when I looked at this tweet. Apparently, if you have some missions ready to go at the moment, you can't actually accept them.
That, and sometimes when you collect missions, they won't actually like collect, and if you click it again, the app will reset. So,
oh,
yeah,
okay, interesting.
Yeah, but once you reset, the missions get claimed normally. But yeah, so little good old bugginess from a new update, you know, nostalgic feeling.
That usually does happen.
Yeah, more often than we want, but yeah.
Interesting. We'll have to see. I'm sure that they will give a little bit of bug compensation for that. It'll probably be like 1 stone or something like that. The only other thing, by the way, that we have to note for you today is that I have seen some reports. This is not confirmed, by the way, but I have seen some reports that apparently the app is running a little bit better than it was before. It's not perfect. It's not back to where it was before stinky safety that was added in. But apparently, according to some people, the app seems to be running a little bit better. I'm doing a little bit of testing myself, and it does seem to be running a lot quicker than it has been in the past updates. Again, that's something that's a little bit harder to like give you a concrete yes or no on. Of course, go try it for yourself and see how the app works for you. Because of course, you know, it could also depend on people's internet and their phones and stuff like that as well. But nonetheless, that is everything that we have for you today. This was a lot longer of a news video than I actually thought it was going to be. But obviously, there is a ton of interesting stuff here. Of course, I will keep you guys posted on what a lot of this stuff actually ends up being. You know, this happens from time to time in Dokkan. This is a very, like, V-jump type of news video where like you know we have a little teaser. Basically it's like not the complete information, but there's some information. This is even less than we get with a V-jump, kind of, because we're like not even really supposed to know that it's there yet. But yeah, regardless, that is everything that we have for today. Definitely let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Lots of interesting stuff here today. I'm going to be very curious to see what becomes of the costumes and stuff like that. I am still anticipating that most likely what the case is going to be is that all of this stuff with the costumes and stuff like that, basically everything that we covered from Mark, obviously besides what's on the actual screen here, is most likely going to be something for 6th anniversary. Maybe the stacking thing will be a little bit sooner, like that's just a quality of life update preparation or something like that. Maybe the team missions will even be something that they're going to do for Christmas. There is no way to know, unfortunately, at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see what they do. All right, with that, that's all we got for you today. Please, again, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. I want to hear all of your wild speculation. I might even do a like a community response video to this, because there's a lot of interesting stuff, and this could be some really great like brainstorming and speculation and stuff like that. So, yeah. With that, we'll catch you in the next one. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.
Take care, everybody.